Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. I am super excited about today's cake recipe, and I want to show you how to make the ultimate pineapple cake. This cake is just bursting with so much incredible pineapple flavor. We're going to get things started with a pineapple cake layer. We're going to add crushed pineapple directly into the cake batter, and then fill the cake with my pineapple curd and frost the cake with a pineapple buttercream. Every single bite is just so delicious and fruity. Now I do have a separate video recipe for the pineapple curd. I released that just a few days ago. I'll link it down in the video description box below for you guys, so make sure to check that out as well. Meanwhile, let's get started. I want to show you how to make this fruity cake. Today I'm going to get things started with the crushed pineapple. So I have a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple, and we need to drain out all the juices before we can use it in our cake batter. So I'm going to get that started first. I'm just going to place it into a fine mesh strainer situated over a bowl and just let that stand. Just stir it every couple of minutes. You want as much of that juice out of the pineapple as you possibly can get. I'm going to set aside this crushed pineapple for now, and I'm going to get started on the cake batter. So I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to start with the liquid ingredients first. So into a large mixing bowl, I'm going to start with 3/4 cups of light cooking oil, and today I'm using canola oil. Pour that right in. Next, we'll add in 1 cup of buttermilk and 2 teaspoons of pineapple extract. I'm going to leave an affiliate link down in the video description box below for the extract that I'm using today. I'll need 4 large eggs. Drop those in, along with 1 cup of white granulated sugar. Next, I'm going to grab my hand mixer and give this a mix for a couple of minutes until the eggs are well beaten. Next up are dry ingredients. So I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give that a quick mix. Then I'll use a fine mesh sifter to sift the flour and the dry ingredients into the cake batter. And you always want to do this step. Don't skip on sifting your flour. It literally takes like 5 seconds. Grab the hand mixer and give this a mix for about a minute, just until the dry ingredients are incorporated. My cake batter is all ready to go, and now back to the pineapple. So we need just 1 cup of this crushed and drained pineapple. So I'm going to measure that out, and then the rest you can kind of just enjoy on the side, or you can add it to the filling on the inside of the cake. Measure this out. And this cake batter already smells so good. That pineapple extract is amazing. So I'll link that down in the video description box below. Add the pineapple directly into the cake batter, and then I'll use a spatula to mix it in. For today's recipe, I'll be using 3 8-inch cake pans, and I've lined these with parchment paper. I'm just going to use a large spoon to measure out the cake batter for each pan. And my pineapple cake layers are ready to go into the oven. They're going to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 24 to 26 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Once these are done baking, I'm going to take them out of the pans and onto a wire rack to cool completely. Meanwhile, it's the perfect time to make a batch of my pineapple curd. So hop on over to that video recipe. I'll have it linked down in the video description box below. We want the cake layers and the pineapple curd to be completely cooled before we assemble the cake. Next up, I'm going to show you how to make some incredible pineapple buttercream. And for my pineapple buttercream, I'm going to be using 2.5 cups of unsalted butter. I've softened these at room temperature for about 45 minutes. You don't want the butter to be melted. You want it just to be slightly soft. If it's too soft or kind of semi-melted, you're not going to get a really fluffy buttercream. And I'm going to beat this butter on medium to high speed for about 7 to 8 minutes until it's really light and fluffy. It should be almost white in color. We'll scrape down the mixing bowl every so often. And I wanted to show you guys really quickly the texture of the butter you're going for. Look at that. It's so creamy and fluffy, kind of like pale white in color. I'm going to scrape down the mixing bowl one more time, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. And for today's recipe, I'm going to add in 3 cups of confectioner's sugar. I sifted this beforehand just to make sure I don't have any clumps. And I always recommend using a fresh bag of confectioner's sugar. It absorbs moisture really well. So if you're getting like a grainy buttercream where it's not super smooth, it could be that your confectioner's sugar is just not very fresh. I'm gonna add that in. I'm also going to add in 2 tablespoons of chilled heavy cream, and we need 2 teaspoons of pineapple extract. I'm going to start this out on a slow speed so the sugar doesn't go flying everywhere, and then I'll turn it up to high speed for another 4 to 5 minutes until the buttercream is extra fluffy. All right, I have everything ready to go to assemble this pineapple cake. My pineapple cake layers have cooled completely. If you want them to chill a little bit faster, you can also place them into the refrigerator. I have my pineapple curd all ready to go. I made this batch last night, let it chill in the fridge. You can even make this pineapple curd like a week ahead of time. Just keep it chilled in the refrigerator. And then I transferred about a cup of my buttercream into a pastry bag. And today I am using, it's a French tart tip number 4. So let's do this. We're going to start by leveling off the top of these cake layers. These turned out really level to begin with. I'm just going to take off a little bit off the top. I'm going to use a long serrated knife to do this. I'm going to add a little bit of buttercream onto each cake layer first. I'm going to grab an offset spatula, spread that buttercream evenly to the edges. This buttercream is so fluffy. And then to keep our pineapple curd on the inside, I'm going to pipe a barrier ring of frosting around the edge. And this way the pineapple curd won't leak out the sides. Going to grab my chilled pineapple curd. I'm going to add in about 1/4 cup and then just spread that evenly to the edges. You don't want to overfill the cake. You can always serve extra pineapple curd on the side, but if you overfill it, it might cause the cake to be a little bit uneven, and then some of that filling might come out the sides. And now that I have my cake put together, I'm going to apply a crumb coat layer of frosting on the outside and this very thin layer of buttercream. Just going to seal in all the crumbs, and then I'm going to smooth the outside, place the cake into the refrigerator, let it chill in there anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. The longer you have, the better, because the cake is going to be more stable, and then we'll come back to add our final layer of buttercream. I'm going to grab the rest of my buttercream, add little dollops on the top, and next I'm going to show you what I'm going to add on top. And today, for garnishing my pineapple cake, I have a really sweet surprise. I made some dried pineapple flowers. These are so easy to make. I'm going to include some more instructions up on my website. Essentially what I did was cleaned a pineapple, sliced it really thin slices, and then dropped the slices into a cupcake pan and then baked them until they were dry like this. These are going to look so pretty on top of the cake. I'm going to add them right on top. Just makes this cake look so festive and extra special. How pretty does that look? I am loving the simple but elegant garnish. And you guys have been requesting that I show you more often how I transfer my cakes from the turntable onto a cake stand. So today I'm going to show you that. You want to grab like a flat spatula. In this case, I'm going to use a flat spatula and a long knife. You want to start by sliding it underneath the cake. And just kind of run it all the way around so none of that buttercream is stuck to the side. Grab another spatula or a knife in this case. Slide it underneath the other side. And you want to do this really quickly. Just lift the cake and set it onto the other stand. So lift and set. I am so excited to see what this cake looks like on the inside. I'm going to grab a nice sharp knife. Now when you're making this at home, ideally you can let it chill in the refrigerator for a couple hours so the cake sets more firmly. Check this out. Isn't that one stunning pineapple cake? I am loving all that pineapple curd on the inside and that pineapple buttercream. This is going to taste incredible. And if you want to add even more pineapple flavor, I recommend adding some of that extra pineapple curd with every slice. Kind of drizzle it over the cake. This is going to be incredibly delicious. And that's it for my pineapple cake recipe. This turned out even better than I ever expected. It looks so beautiful. I love the simple decoration here with the pineapple flowers, and then this pineapple buttercream is so incredibly delicious too. You can just eat it with a little spoon. For all the ingredients and for the instructions, make sure to head on down in the video description box. I'm going to leave a link there for you guys that'll take you over to my website so you can print this recipe off and get all the details. And meanwhile, let's dig in to enjoy. This looks so incredibly delicious. These cake layers are so moist and delicate, and then you add that pineapple curd and the buttercream. This is one heavenly bite right here. If you love pineapple, this cake is for you. It is bursting with so much incredible flavor from the pineapple cake layers with the crushed pineapple, and then that creamy pineapple curd is out of this world. It is so delicious, and it is the perfect complement to this cake. Let's get another bite here, and I love having some of that extra curd on the side as well. This cake is just something else. So incredibly delicious. You guys are going to be blown away with the incredible pineapple flavor. I really like that fluffy pineapple buttercream as well. I'm going to leave an affiliate link down in the video description box below for the pineapple extract. It is a must for this recipe because it's going to add that much more pineapple flavor. I hope you guys enjoy this cake for any special occasion you have coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.